afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. I cannot believe it. This is one of the last 3 shows in August. What a year Topic Time has had in 2022 after having my 12th anniversary last week. And what a show I had there from my neighbor in Rhode Island, greatest little state in the union. I want to have some show tonight, another Zoomer, this time from Nashville. Man, we are going everywhere. I am loving this Zoom. Nashville, Tennessee. The gentleman I'm interviewing, he's an actor, but obviously we're going to talk about music because I think he knows quite a few musical people, and I'm going to find out if he's musical as well. We always cover these things on Topic Time, but of course, before we get to that, we got to read these amazing underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So we got New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We get Pals Driving School in Middleborough. They're now setting up classes in October and December. All that information is on the website, available here to check out. That's all for people in Middleborough and vicinity. We got Genuine's Inspection in Middleborough. We got MP Sports Cars in Carver. All three of those first 3 underwriters are in Middleborough. MP Sports Cars are in Carver. MP Sports Cars, I should say. Pacini's Pizza is in Middleborough. They deliver. The Cornerstone Barbershop in Pembroke. We got Pembroke Radiator in Pembroke. We got Veronica's Sweet Cakes in Marshfield. We got Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We got the Main Ingredient, Just Good Food in Middleborough. We got Crazy Axes Rec Center in Hanover. We got Maggie's Cuts in Kingston. We got DNS Auto Works in Abington. And we got the Gun Runner LLC in Middleborough, dedicated to your Second Amendment rights, the Second Amendment Friends store. And we got Ocean Street Auto Repair in Marshfield and service. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now on that note, I'll now introduce Mr. James Stokes, sitting there in his living room looking dapper as ever. And James, thank you for, showing enough enthusiasm to take time out of your day to do my show. And then
Absolutely.
So I appreciate that your publicist allowed it as well. So that's awesome. So you're an actor and you're in Nashville, and you worked with Jason Pitts, who I just interviewed about 2 weeks ago in Arkansas. And it's incredible how I'm getting so many new people from my Zoom interviews with around the country, and it's an awesome run. So tell me a little about yourself. Tell me where you grew up. Obviously, you have that sweet Southern drawl that that Miley and Billy Ray have, and I think you said you knew them, and we'll definitely talk about that too. I know they're probably neighbors of yours. So tell me about yourself. Where did you grow up? How did you get into acting? And if I have any other questions pertaining to that and whatever else, I'll roll them in. Go ahead.
All right, sounds good. Yes, live in Nashville now. I am a Kentucky boy by my heart.
Okay.
I grew up in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, Western Kentucky, and played all my sports there in Kentucky, and then I even played football. Played football, baseball, and basketball in high school. Went to college to play football.
Okay.
So I played WKU. So yes, sir. And anyway, got into acting about 11 years ago. I was on the fire department and EMT paramedic and doing all that stuff, and went to paramedic school and all that. And a friend of mine was doing some short films in Hopkinsville, and so I decided to go be an extra, and really enjoyed it. I've always been in entertainment business. I worked at Opryland USA for 5 years. I sang and danced on the Country Music USA. The Grand Ole Opry. Well, Opryland was an amusement park.
Okay.
And I worked at the amusement park, and I sang and danced on the Country Music USA show.
Okay.
So that's what I did there.
All right. Well, hold up a second. Did you play music as a kid as well? Did you do anything musical? Did you sing? Did you play as
I did. I did. Yes, sir. I had a band. I did a lot of musical stuff. I sang. I started in high school. I sang in the choir. And started learning from Barbara Feltz. She taught me everything I know as far as singing goes, and went on to start. I did a lot of country music singing. Had a country music band. Stuff like that. So yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have musical experience too. Where did you go to college and play football?
Yeah, I went to WKU. I started out at Austin Peay and then transferred to WKU. So that's where I went. Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't know if they're considered like the top 20 schools in the country for football, but nevertheless, it's still obviously you got a great history in that part of the country for college football. Plenty of great teams down there, obviously, and it's obviously nice to be embedded into that neighborhood. All right, so when you did your first film was 11 years ago, because you found a friend of yours was doing a film, and you wanted to be an extra, and what kind of film was it? Tell me about the film.
It was a short film. It was a little Western.
Okay.
And we shot it in a place called Copper Canyon in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. It's a Western town made into, for TV movies and for well, people have used it to do videos and everything else there. So it's a great place to shoot a movie. So if anybody's looking for a Western town around this parts, Copper Canyon in Hopkinsville, Kentucky is a perfect place to go. And as I was there, I met this other guy called Danny Ramsey, and he was doing another film called Soldier's Joy, which I played the bad guy in. And
Okay.
I was, yep. And so that was my first feature film that I did as a lead, and met his agent, which became my agent, which is I'm still with today. And she is absolutely amazing. And just one thing led to another, and I got on a little show called Stranger Things about been several years ago now, and that
Is that a
kind of
TV show?
it's
that
a Netflix show.
Okay.
Show, Stranger Things, and
Yeah.
got on that. And
What kind of show is it? Like a talent show?
No. Stranger Things is a sci-fi, kind of a sci-fi thing for kids mainly. It's dealing with aliens and dealing with kids and stuff. It's a great show.
Yeah.
If anybody, a lot. It's very, very well-known show.
Well, does
So I got
it talk about paranormal phenomena? Is that it? Is that what you're doing?
it's more aliens of that one.
Okay,
It's
so
more-
outer space. So what role did you play in that show? What did you
I
do
played
there?
a paramedic, actually,
Okay.
role that I knew very well, and they
Yeah,
found
because
out
you really
I
are.
was a real
'Cause you're a first
paramedic.
responder from by trade, right?
Yes, I was
Okay.
a first responder by trade. Yes,
Oh,
So
okay.
did that, and then of course Jason. I was working on another film with him in Arkansas and Atlanta, and we was working on another film together. And he said he had this little film that he was working on called Voorhees, or it was a Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th movie.
Right.
And so I said, well, if you ever get that finished, I said, I want to play Jason Voorhees if possible. Well, nothing came of it for several months. And then all of a sudden he called me and he said, hey, I got that script done and I want you to play Jason. So that's where this came along, and I started playing Jason Voorhees. So, and since then, it's just been absolutely phenomenal. People love this character. I love playing the character. Wear shirts with it on there. I have things, but it's just been a really good experience for me to get to play this character right here.
Of course. Okay. Now this has been going on 11 years, you say?
I've been acting for about 11 years now.
Right, but how long have you been playing Jason Voorhees for?
Just a little over a year now.
Okay.
We shot this last October. So,
all right.
Yes, sir. So now I just got through with my second film. I just shot another Jason Voorhees film up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow.
And that was just shot 2 weeks ago. So,
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are these full-length feature films or like short ones?
This one is a full. This one, Voorhees Night of the Beast, is a full feature.
Okay.
It's on YouTube right now. It's for free. Everybody can go see it. The one I just shot in Cleveland is a short film that will be out in October.
Okay.
It will probably be out on YouTube as well. So it'll be a short film though. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you play these roles. Have you written any scripts at all too, or ever?
I have not written any scripts, but
okay.
I do have 2 scripts right now that I am going to help direct. I'm probably going to be the director on those. I'm working with a guy out of Owensboro, Kentucky, Daryl Peck, and we are working on a couple of films together, and I'm going to direct and produce and stuff like that as well. So I have another film that I'm working on. I have a book coming out for it September the 1st. It's called Preemptive Strike.
That's next Thursday.
Yeah, it's next Thursday. It's coming out. We've been getting emails from people who want the book. It's coming out. The ebook's going to be 99 cents. The paperback will be $9.99 for the first day, opening day, launch day. We're getting very good feedback from this. We're going to also make it into a movie that I'm producing, that I'll be helping produce and stuff like that. But it's called Preemptive Strike Beyond Sight. And
Can you give a little synopsis of it without giving too much away?
Sure. Yes, sir. It is a military MMA fighting superhero kind of movie.
Okay.
And I don't want to give away too much. Like I said, I got the book coming out. The book is 48 chapters. I think people are going to absolutely love it. And then we're going to do the movie. We had the script written before we did the book. So yeah, we've been working on the movie for a while, almost a year now. And so the book has come out first, which I think is going to help us promote the movie. So
And where have you been shooting it?
we haven't even started shooting it.
Oh, you haven't shooting it yet?
No, we have not started shooting it. We wanted to get the book out first.
Okay.
But as of right now, we're looking at a couple of locations out west.
Out west, so not in like Hopkinsville, Kentucky, or any of those.
Oh, no. We need bigger studios and stuff for this one. This is going to be.
Well, it sounds to me like you're going to need maybe Death Valley. So you're going to need you're going to need some vast land mass, right? Not a western town, because it almost sounds like an apocalyptic type of thing. I know I don't want to give, obviously, I'm not trying to get too much out of it, but I assume that's kind of like it's kind of what it seems like where you're heading with this. But
well, it's got some Christian undertones to it. It's not a Christian film by any means, but it's got some Christian undertones. I'm not going to give away any of that, but it's just not even apocalyptic. It's more modern day.
Okay.
Soldiers going in and kind of focusing on one certain type of trafficking kind of thing. So yes, sir.
Yeah, I understand. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, well, do you have when are you going to need a lot of actors for it? I mean, it looks now when you
we will need a lot of. We haven't even started casting for it yet.
Right.
We're just trying to, like you said, get the book out first and all that. So as soon as we get funding finished and all that for the movie, then that's when we'll start doing pre-production on the movie. So.
Okay. Now you said the book is 48 chapters.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a pretty good read. I guess it's probably a couple hundred pages.
300 and something pages.
300. Okay. All right. So what are you currently working on? Anything? What are you currently working on these days? I mean, aside from that, I saw your IMDb poster. It looks very good, thorough. So let's talk about about all the projects you can think of that you've done since you started acting that you can talk.
Good gracious. Well, I've got about 55 projects on.
All right. We'll skim over them, but let's see what we can.
Well, here recently, I've been working on a lot of commercials. I did 3 commercials in the last 2 weeks.
TV commercials, right?
TV commercials, yes, sir.
Okay.
So I did 3 in the last 2 weeks. So here, and then I went up to Cleveland and shot another Friday the 13th film. I've done about 30 auditions in the last 2 weeks. So I'm getting a lot of feedback on stuff on auditions and stuff. So I do have some things coming up. I just went out to Vegas and premiered another movie that just got finished called The Macabre. It's also a horror film. It'll be out on TV. It'll be out on DVD here soon. It got worldwide distribution, so it'll be out. I also got another film coming out by the end of the year called Adrenaline. We shot it in Romania. It's a Lionsgate. It's a Lionsgate film. It's called, like I said, it's Adrenaline. It's an action film, and I play the husband of an FBI agent, and we go over to Romania to have a vacation. And I
wouldn't be Rebecca Dorme. You're not playing the husband of Rebecca Dorme, are you?
No, sir, I'm not. But yeah. But we went over to Romania to have a little vacation, and our kid gets kidnapped, and they're kidnapping kids for their organs. And so, well, I'm not going to tell the whole rest of it, but it's going to be a good action film. So
and guess what? We're halfway through the show, and right now we're going to watch a little of James's Reel. We're going to watch James's Reel, and then we'll be right back and talk about it. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Get out here! I want to talk to you!
She's not here, Silas. What do you want?
I want to talk to her!
You must have found those papers we're missing from your safe.
You're damn right I did, and I want to know what she did with them. Come on! Just you wait! I'm waiting, Silas! Come on! Get you to it! Get him off that horse! It ain't gonna be that easy, Cody. First, Reuben here is gonna break every bone in your body. And then Rastus, he's gonna whip your ass till you can't swing that whip no more. Then we're gonna hang you. We got a lot of nerve coming in here today. What can I say? Let's get him in the hearse.
Master Silas is dead!
He was gonna shoot from under the counter, I could tell. He was a teller, Earl. We don't do things like this.
Listen, there's no sense arguing about this now. How much did we get?
I'm not done with this.
More than enough. That's good to hear. I'm going into town to pick up some supplies. You guys get some sleep.
Deborah,
Adam,
how are you?
Sarah, my love, it's so good to see you.
It's always a pleasure.
Joseph, they're here.
Joseph, my old friend. How are you?
Wonderful. Adam, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Elijah,
How you doing?
welcome, son.
We are truly blessed.
We are indeed. Come with me. I'll show you where we keep that.
Thank you. Any final words? As God is my witness, if you touch my family, I will follow you to the gates of hell and get my revenge! I hate leaving you and little Jacob here alone, but I have to make it to town to get the deed. I should be home before sunup to meet the surveyor, but we can't lose our water supply to this livestock.
Just mind yourself and make it back safe. We'll be fine.
Thinking about leaves, twigs, and debris in your gutter? Probably not. But at Gutter Shutter Northwest, it's all we think about. Our gutter protection system keeps your gutters clean all year long so you don't have to. And now is the perfect time to talk to us because our prices are at the very lowest right now.
Mom, I'm home. Hey, honey, come in the kitchen. Your dad's on video chat. Come on, hurry. Come on. Here she is. Daddy.
Did you get your package?
Yeah, I did. I love him.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Now, I'll have more gifts for you later.
The only gift I need is you being here on Christmas.
Yeah, about that. Maddie, I don't think I'm gonna make it in time.
Why?
They've asked us to stay longer. Our work here isn't done. Maddie, I promise, honey, I'll make it up to you.
Maddie.
Merry Christmas, Maddie.
Daddy!
Oh, that looked great, James. Let's talk about your reel. What was that? What did we just watch?
Well, that's a collage of a lot of movies that I've done in the past. I'm working on getting a lot of more material to make a new reel.
Okay.
That's got some of my Western stuff in it, and some of the short films that I've done here in the past 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's what that reel was right there that they saw, and some of my achievements and accomplishments over the last 6 or 7 years, I guess. Mhm.
Okay. Now you say you have an agent, right? And a publicist?
I do. Yeah, I have all that. I have several agents and stuff like that. People that help me with my social media and people that help me with auditions and everything else. This is a group kind of thing here. So
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm talking about Jason Pitts and our family, our film family, I guess you would say. We kind of all help each other. You know, if we see something on Actors Access, or if we see something out there that they know that we fit, then we kind of help each other and send things to each other just to help get roles. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you ever have any of the people, any of the musicians that are, that are well known in any of your films, or have you reached out to them? Did any of them ever critique them? And, and I'm just wondering, is there any connection between you and your films and any of those people?
So far, no. There
Okay.
is a film that I'm working on out west, out in LA,
Yep.
that could possibly have a couple of my really good close friends here in Nashville in it that are country music singers.
Okay. Do you name them?
Namely, one is T.G. Shepherd.
Okay. Yep.
T.G. Shepherd is a great friend of mine.
Okay.
I have already confronted him about being in the movie possibly, and
Okay.
he's looking forward to maybe talking about it. So, with people like Tim McGraw, how they transitioned in from music.
Exactly. And Faith Hill and Tim have done this new Western called 1883.
Yes, sir. 1883. Yep. 1883, which is a kind of a prequel to Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And then now we got 1932, which has got Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren in it. That's going to be amazing as well. I can tell you that I've had a couple auditions for a couple of shows out there.
Yep.
So that's about all I can say about that. But that's kind of big for me. Western is a big part of my life, I guess you would say. I've always been a horse guy. I've always been on a farm. I rode professionally for 5 years. I did bulls and bareback riding in professional IPRA, International Pro Rodeo Association. So riding horses and being out on a farm is a way of life for me.
Yep.
And everybody that knows me knows that I'm always around horses, or I'm always around the farm or something like that. So that's just my way of life.
Now, have you gone out there? Have you done some films in Hollywood already, or is this just going to be your first one?
I've done some films out in LA area, but
LA
not
area, not Hollywood.
Yes, but as far as a Hollywood film, no. A lot of films have left Hollywood. They've come.
I know that. We have plenty of them
Yeah.
up here too now, up here in New England.
So right, yeah. I mean, it's because
I've been in a couple myself.
Of cause the incentive. You know, when states give an incentive to a filmmaker to come make a film in their state, it's kind of hard to shoot something in LA where they're not giving you anything back. So
right, exactly. Here people come to New England for like this. They get a tax break in Rhode Island. They don't have any taxes for film shooting there for some reason. So
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know anything about how the budgets work for filmmakers, but I do know that around here we get so many new independent filmmakers. Over the years, I've had them on the show, and I've also done on-set interviews with them and gotten to be in their films as sort of as a reward for doing that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So all right. You're currently working on this project that's coming out in October, a Western. And you're talking about the not the one. What is it? The book that you're talking about. What did you say the name?
No, that's not a Western. That's called Preemptive Strike Beyond Sight.
Okay, that's about. Okay.
That's one I'm currently working on right now. I'm also producing it.
Yeah.
So it's taken a lot of time and stuff to get something like this out. Or like I said, our book comes out September 1st. I would love for everyone to we have an email. If you can just get me your email, I can get you on our email list, and
we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so anybody could do that. We're having a very, very good campaign right now, getting people on our email list and getting books out there. People are really interested in wanting to read our books. So that's
Okay.
really, I'm very happy about that.
Are you still performing music at all in any capacity?
I sing every now and then. Not as much as I used to.
Right.
Yeah, I still try to sing a little bit just to keep it up, but
Yeah.
I don't sing professionally or anything like that anymore. I was a professional dancer as well, so I had country line.
All right, hold up a second. Now, let's face it. I mean, I have to admit, I'm a little in the dark. When I think of a professional dancer, I definitely don't think of a guy as a professional dancer. So please enlighten me. How does that work? Is that square dancing or?
Well, square dancing was one of them, but it was more of a line dance. All right, if you ever go to Dollywood or anything and you see one of these
I've
shows,
never been down there before. I'm sure it's way different. Yeah.
Well, in these amusement parks, they have these singers and they dance and they just put on a show for people and kind of. I was more of the country music side. So what we would do is like we would go backstage and I would dress up as the artist, like George Strait or Tracy Lawrence or Garth Brooks or whoever, and we'd come out and we would sing one of their songs. And while we're like, if I'm singing one song, then our dancers are doing other, and if somebody else is singing, then I'm dancing with someone or something like that. So we just put on a show. So it's a professionally dance and singing show. So people can watch it. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
So that's what that was. I did that for 5 years.
All right, but you don't do it anymore?
I don't. No, well, Opryland closed down and they put a mall there. So
that's terrible.
Now it's Opry Mills, so there's no Opryland anymore. So
okay. Well, but you still, I mean, don't you ever go to just dance for fun? I mean, bring your wife or whatever.
Well, yeah, I used to. I don't go out as much as I used to anymore to just go out and dance or anything like that. No, I just kind of I just hang out with my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I go over to TG's house and I work security for him sometimes and some other country music singers here in Nashville. So
tell me about the country singers you've worked with there.
Oh, goodness gracious. I've worked and been on the shows with TG Shepherd and Big and Rich, Lloyd Morgan. Let's see. There's been a bunch of bands. The Oak Ridge Boys.
Okay, I know them. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I've been there and worked with several different artists and stuff. So
cool.
It's great here in Nashville. Yes, sir.
I'm sure it is. Tell me about the commercials you've done so far that you've been in. The TV.
I've done O'Charlie's commercial. I did one of them. A TSC Tractor Supply Company did that. Okay. I just got through shooting one for ESPN.
Cool. All right, wait, hold up a second. What'd you do on ESPN on the ESPN ad? What was that?
It hadn't come out yet, so I can't say a whole lot about it.
Okay, that's fine. That's great. So that's a national commercial. Are the other ones national too, or just the ESPN one?
The ESPN one's national. The Hiller commercial would be local to Nashville. It's a plumbing company. I did that because I can drive that heavy equipment, so that's what I did for them. I can speak of that, and then. Farm Credit is local to, well, it's not really local. It's kind of like Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky. So it's like a Midwest
Southern state area.
Credit. It's a Farm Credit. So it's a farmer's bank.
Farm state. Okay.
So I did that's the second commercial I've done for them. It's a kind of a photo shoot commercial type thing that they use on their website. And it's great. I love working for those guys. They're absolutely wonderful to work for. So
that's okay. Well, guess what, James? We're under 5 minutes now. We made the half hour go by. I hope we covered as much about you as we could. I know you wanted to do the show. I hope you weren't disappointed. Hope you.
Yeah, I'd like to tell people where they can follow me and stuff, and that way. Yep, absolutely. I'm on Facebook at James Stokes. I'm also on Instagram at actor James Stokes. I have a lot of my pictures and stuff on there. I appreciate it. They can look me up on IMDb. As James Stokes there as well. See all the movies that I've done. I've got about 55 credits right now to my name. So I'm doing really well. I've got a lot of things coming up. Everybody can go to IMDb and check out what's coming up that's already been put on IMDb. If it's not on IMDb, it's just because the director hasn't put it on there yet and we can't say a whole lot about it. So, but other than that, I've got a lot of things coming up over the next few months. I'm going to a con to sign some autographs and stuff as Jason Voorhees. As people know, I want everybody to go and watch Voorhees Night of the Beast. It's on YouTube right now. I'll have a couple of more films coming out as well. So I appreciate everybody's support and just the overall, I don't even know how to say it, the overall,
It's camaraderie.
yeah, I guess you could say they come up to me and they know who I am and they've seen me in different things. And it's just a great feeling to put smiles on people's faces. That's what I do this for, especially kids and stuff like that. I love being able to speak with kids at schools and stuff like that, which I've done this last year. I had the privilege to go into a school and talk about choices and talk about, just making the right decisions before you make it to high school. I got to talk to some middle school kids and it was absolutely wonderful.
Oh,
And
that's great.
That's what I do this for. That's what makes me is being able to do something for someone else that makes them happy. That's
Well, just so you know, you're going to get another IMDb credit for being on Topic Time because we're on it too. We're on it as well. I've been on it since the beginning, from the get-go.
yes, sir. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Well, you did a wonderful job. If you have any friends or people that you know, you can hook me up with as guests. You got my numbers now. Have them call me. We get them on by Zoom or in person, whatever.
Okay.
And we're going to wrap the show up now. I have one favor, if it's okay. After we wrap the show up, will you stick around and do pictures for Facebook?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, James, you did a great job. And all right, folks, we're going to see you next week. Have an awesome week. Topic Time rules be moving along into the 13th year. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.